Hello guys and welcome to your Birmingham Fan TV after-match review. It was Birmingham City 1, Middlesbrough 2, and what can you say? I think it was a game of two halves for Blues in terms of our performance. I want to talk about us mainly. I thought that we were sloppy first half. I think it took us a while to get going. I don't think we got going at all first half, if I'm perfectly honest. I think that we weren't clever. We weren't clever enough. We didn't do the basics right. And I can see why the change was made at half time. I think that Wes Harding was dropped, and was it unfair? Was it not? That's to be decided. I certainly don't think Wes deserved to be dropped. However, it's hard not to give Pedersen his place back because he has played so well all season. But unfortunately, the goal came down his side. Not that Wes would have done much about that. It would have been Colin down the left-hand side, but Middlesbrough managed to get in behind. They got in behind the full-back, put a good low cross in, and there was Wing to tap home. And I think that kind of was that fair? I think Middlesbrough just about edged the first half, if I'm honest. We didn't play the football that we usually play. I think we were really sloppy across the midfield. We kept playing those diagonals which weren't working today. After the first 20 minutes, we should have spotted that the diagonals weren't working. Jukovic tried his best. He did okay at times, but was never ultimately going to win much against their back four, if I'm honest. And we kept doing it. Gardner kept putting pointless balls into the channels, which were going nowhere. The two wingers were missing for most of the game, but especially the first half. Look, I'm not here to criticise. We played well all season. We went to half-time 1-0 down. But the refereeing performance was absolutely atrocious. We should have had much more than we did. Middlesbrough should have had, well, they should have been booked a few more times than they were. But look, you can't bemoan refereeing decisions. That's just not what we should be doing. And second half, I thought the change again, Craig Gardner. Surely Craig's knocking on the door for a start sooner or later, because I think he's been fantastic. Every time he's played, you know, I thought he played well at West Ham. He played outstanding today. I thought he was man of the match today, and he was really good when he came against Blackburn, obviously. Is it time for Gardner to start? I don't know. Is it time that Gary took a seat on the back seat and I don't know, maybe Craig comes in? But I thought it changed the dynamics of the game. I thought that we looked a little bit more composed. Our passing was a little bit more crisp. It was a bit sharper. I thought he got himself about, won everything back. I think that he was a little bit more of a menace in that midfield, and Middlesbrough had control of the midfield first half with Besic and Clayton, who are two very, very good midfielders in this league. But second half, we seemed to nullify that, and we got on the ball a bit more, and we started to create problems. And for the majority of the second half, Middlesbrough didn't get inside our half, if I'm honest. They really didn't have a shot until their goal. First of all, the penalty decision. I've seen it. At the time, I said he went down a bit easy. I obviously shouted, but it was like, was it a penalty? Was it not? It's the way Adam seems to go down with his trailing legs. Seems like a dive, but sometimes it's not. Looking at the replays again, I think it was a penalty, if I'm honest. A soft penalty at that, but a penalty. There's contact. The guy's left his legs trailing. Shay's kicked his leg. Yeah, look, he's probably looking for it, but he's got the contact, and there's nothing in the law that says if he's got contact, he's gone down. It's a penalty. That is the rules. But look, we didn't get it given. We carried on. We pushed hard. I thought that pushing Hotter a little bit more central, which we seemed to do second half, and pushed Max well on, seemed to help the game. I think Hotter looked a little bit more influential down the middle. And sure enough, the goal came, and it was that man again. It was Shay Adams, and this season he's just been fantastic all season. And that turn, the 1-2 he played with Duke, oh wow, the ball from Duke into Shay, his swivel was so quick, and the finish, no goalkeeper was ever going to save that. And I think that just shows how good he is, and the form he's in as well. It's confidence to take that on. And at that point, look, we deserved that goal. We were pushing all second half, and it was just a sucker punch to go and concede. I think a point was fair. I think a draw was ultimately the fair result, if I'm honest. We deserved to win it. We probably didn't do enough, but we certainly didn't deserve to lose that game. I've got to say quickly, I don't know why Monk made the substitution to take Kieftenbeld off to bring Vassell on. Yes, we all wanted to see Vassell back, me more than anyone possibly, but we lost our solidity in the midfield the minute we took Kieftenbeld off, and I think that played a part in the goal, if I'm honest. A little bit open in midfield, especially down the middle. a ball straight through the middle to Arsene Bologna, in which Lee Camp has to be coming out and at least attempting to get the ball. He didn't. He hesitated. It's that hesitance that causes us problems. And sure enough, won't you know, Arsene Bologna with a great finish. You know, he's a great striker. The minute he come on, I looked at people around me. I said, no, you know, he's going to do it. He's that good of a player, Arsene Bologna. And sure enough, he chips Lee Camp, and we really seemed to flatten us after that, and we had nothing in the tank to keep going. And sure enough, we didn't get that equalising goal again. But look, we're not going to win all of them. We're not going to win all of them at home for sure. We're going to have ups and downs. We know that. We've played well over the Christmas period again, with 4 unbeaten over the Christmas period, 3 wins sort of thing. So look, we've played well. I just think it would have been pivotal for us winning if we want to keep in that sort of top 10, because Norwich away is going to be extremely, extremely difficult to get anything. Swansea's going to be really, really, really tough to get anything there. Nottingham Forest at home is a must-win, but that's going to be a tough game. So we needed to get something from today. A point would have been nice. Look, we didn't get it. We move on to the next one. We critique, but we don't moan, guys. But ultimately, we move on, and I'm hoping that we can get a positive result next week at Norwich. I won't be there. Unfortunately, I do have a wedding to go to. But you will get a pre-match and a post-match, because I will be watching the game, guys. But thank you so much for tuning in. Today's result, not the best, but we do move on. Been a great season so far. Let's keep it going, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like if you did enjoy. Drop a comment. What did you think of the game? Were the changes right? Were the starting lineups right? Were the decisions right from the referee? You let me know, guys. I want to know. And thanks so much for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't already. And keep right on, guys. I'll see you next week.